everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing for the November 2017 Postfly box. This one is going to be the fly tying kit for warm water fish. So it could be for bass, panfish, or pike. It was for pike last month. I was actually going to switch it up this month, but I wasn't able to change my subscription in time, so I think next month I'm going to be doing something different, possibly trout. They also offer fly tying kits for saltwater and another one for steelhead and salmon. Even though I don't saltwater fish, I think those flies might work for bass. And we don't have steelhead here, but we do have salmon. So if any of you would like to see a different fly tying box, let me know in the comments. I'd be willing to try any of them out just for the fun of it. If I don't get any feedback on that, though, I'll probably just go with the trout fly tying box next month. If you are interested in subscribing to this box, I put a link right down in my profile. It's a unique link, so if you click on it and subscribe, I get a little referral credit. So if you do that, thanks. So let's go ahead and cut this thing open and we'll see what's in there. Alright, so let's see what's in here. I'm sure many of you have already seen these unboxings, but just in case you've never seen one, I'll just kind of go through it just so you know what it's about. So first off, they always have a newsletter in here called the Fly Guide. Just get different tips and tricks about fly fishing, things like that. And like if you pick the trout fly box, like the non-fly tying box, like it'll show you the flies that you get, give you some information, and it shows you what's in the warm water box for that month. And they always have like a centerfold type thing in there. And there's the steelhead salmon flies and saltwater. So that's the newsletter. Then with the fly tying kits, they give you a bunch of materials right here in the bag. And that looks like the fly for this month. It's called Moss's Bass Popper. So that's what we'll be tying up. They usually put one fly in there so you can use it as a reference. And then they have all the materials and stuff in here to use. And there's usually enough to make quite a few. And they give you a bunch of hooks. Pretty good size hooks right there. So if you end up going through and actually using up all the material, it's kind of worth it. And they usually put some extra stuff in here too. We got here some line cutters, line snippers. The logo on it. Can never have enough of those. It's always good to have. And oh yeah, some zonker strips. Those are pretty handy to have as a fly tire, especially if you're doing like bass flies and stuff like that. It's kind of cool. Got a different color. I definitely don't have that color. I do now though. And sticker, wade for it. So that right there is the fly that I'm going to try tying up for you guys today. So it looks like a fun one to tie up. So I'm going to get my materials together and study this fly a little bit and see if I can tie it up. Alright, so I've started the fly here. I got looking at the one they included, and I noticed they use blue thread, but at the end it finishes up by the eye with some black. So I thought I would start with the black and just finish it and be done, because I think when I finish it up I'm going to be doing my finish knot on one of these segments. That's usually how I do it when I tie foam on like that. And that way you don't have to mess with this at the end and try to pull this up and finish it up. So I'm going to try that anyways and see how it works. So now I got the blue thread on. Before I wrap thread base on, I'm going to kind of like make it look neat up here first. I have some Kingfisher blue calf fur. I'm going to tie on for a tail. I'm just going to trim off some of that leftover stuff there. Next I'm going to take some Crystal Flash. I'm going to use 3 strands of it to make it about the length of the tail. I'm just going to kind of try to tie it in here on the side. And I'm going to take it and kind of fold it in half a little, so it makes it so it has 6 strands coming out the back. And then you just cut off the longer pieces. So I've moved back up toward the front right there. I got a piece of the white yarn. It's about 6 inches long or so. And tie it in right there. I'm not sure if this is the right way to do it, but this is how I'm going to do it. Go towards the back, right about where the tie-in point is for everything. Go back up to the front. Alright, so I try to make it a little neater up there in the front. Now it's time for some blue foam. You always got to be careful when tying this foam on, 'cause sometimes you think you can tie it tighter than you really can, and then your thread breaks off. Now I got to tie down right here. There's a couple ways to do this. You can just run the thread down and then continue tying it. Or another thing you can do is you can just finish off here, tie it off, and then just tie in here again. Which I think that's what I'm going to do. It's kind of almost like you're just starting your thread again. And if I have to do this, I usually I just take that tag in, I hold it in the front of me, I just pass the bobbin over it a couple times on the back, then I get in the front, so that way it locks the line in place, so it just doesn't come undone on you. And after you've gone around it a few times, it won't come undone. I think that's about it right there. I'm going to tie that off. I think that's all done. Probably even out the points a little better, but I think that would still catch a fish. Of course, put your head cement on. When I wrap over foam like that, I always put it on the threads, right up on the foam. Don't worry about getting on the foam, it's not going to do anything to it. Might not look as pretty. But it's made to catch fish, not to look pretty. And make sure you make sure you glue the wraps underneath too. Fun little tie to do, not that hard. Don't actually need that many materials to do it either. That one there, what's it called again? Moss's Bass Popper. So hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Until next time.